Hey there, it's Steve
and Courtney
from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to do a review of a couple of different hazelnut chocolate nut butters. So Courtney, you have long been a fan of Nutella.
Yes, I have.
Do you pronounce it Nutella or Nutella?
Nutella.
So do I, but I think there's...
Nutella.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I bet there's going to be some strong opinions about that in the comments. Mm-hmm. You're a big fan of Nutella.
Yes.
And we've had this conversation before. For a chocolate hazelnut spread, what do you suppose is the number one ingredient?
Sugar?
That's right. And the number two ingredient?
Palm oil?
Correct. And then we have hazelnut, skim milk, cocoa, soy lecithin, vanillin, which is an artificial flavor. Pretty much not at all keto. Next, we have the brand new, just released ChocZero chocolate hazelnut butter. Now this, in terms of ingredients, we have fructo-oligosaccharide, which is a prebiotic fiber. Now, when I see an ingredient that's new to me like this, I get out and I take a look. I was a little concerned that it might be sort of like isomalto-oligosaccharide, which can cause a blood glucose spike. According to Healthline, this is a good, healthy prebiotic fiber. Very high fiber. Can cause gas though, which, you know, could be a benefit or a drawback depending on your opinion. Next, it says vegetable oils and fats, and then in parentheses, sustainable palm fruit oil, coconut oil, and cocoa butter. Roasted hazelnuts, skim milk powder, cocoa powder, sunflower lecithin, monk fruit extract, and natural vanilla flavor. And then we have the Perfect Keto. You want to read off the ingredients on that? Just so you can have some camera time?
Ingredients: hazelnuts, coconut, almonds, cashews, erythritol, chocolate chips, which are made of unsweetened chocolate erythritol, cocoa butter, stevia extract, sunflower lecithin, cocoa powder, macadamia nuts, MCT oil, cinnamon, and sea salt.
And in terms of the carb information, on the ChocZero, we're looking at 17 total grams of carbs for 2 tablespoons, 16 grams of dietary fiber for 1 net gram of carbs. How does that compare to that?
Well, it probably includes the sticks,
Oh, yeah.
but so is that really accurate to share?
No. We're not going to eat, no one's going to eat that anyway, except you. For the Perfect Keto, serving size, also 2 tablespoons, 10 grams of total carbs, 4 grams of fiber. 3 grams of sugar alcohol though, so you're looking at a net 3 grams of carbs.
What was the net grams on this again?
1.
Okay.
So, what do you want to start with?
I think we should start with...
The brand new one?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. Now the consistency on this...
Looks like Nutella to me.
It does. It looks very much like Nutella.
I'm excited.
Oh, and it spoons like
Ooh.
Nutella as well.
Wow. Wow.
So just from a visual texture standpoint, looking a lot like Nutella.
Looks great.
It's been a long time since I've had Nutella. But I seem to think this tastes better.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, mouthfeel, Nutella. Mm-hmm. Taste, I think it's a little bit stronger. It's a little, I think, a little more chocolatey. And not like, it doesn't taste like a fake chocolate or anything. It tastes like a rich...
Cocoa powder chocolate.
Yes, more of a grown-up chocolate.
Yep.
So purely from a flavor standpoint, I got goosebumps. Look at that. You can vouch for them, right?
Yeah.
Goosebumps. This is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Next we have the Perfect Keto, and one of the things, I think Perfect Keto has switched now to jars instead of pouches. You know, I suppose pouches make sense if you're traveling, hiking, something like that, but I don't like trying to squish it around and try and mix the oil back in. It's sort of inconvenient, and you're gonna get probably a little bit of oil. I'll go first because I'm gonna get a bunch of the oil off the top there. There you go. I'll let you squeeze your own.
Thanks.
Yeah, it seems like no matter how much I squeeze these, there's always that little bit of oil that
Okay.
All right, here we go. I like this a lot too, but in a different way.
I mean, yeah, it's completely different. It's more of a nut butter than a creamy Nutella type of thing, but it's good.
Yeah, if I weren't making the comparison to Nutella on this, if someone just said, "Here, try this out," I would say this is really good. I mean, I think it tastes nuttier. I do get the cashew in this, and the macadamia nut. Totally taste those. Oh, and the cinnamon too. Do you pick up?
A little bit, maybe a little.
So this, from a flavor standpoint, I think there's more going on with it. But if you're trying to scratch your Nutella itch, this is a different creature.
Yes.
Still good, but different.
Yes.
So here's what I would like you to do now.
Yes.
Is I would like you to taste the regular Nutella.
I would love to.
I'm not going to have any of that because, it
looks the same as this.
Looks a little shinier.
Yeah, but pretty similar. Can I have it?
Yes, absolutely.
So good.
So what do you think now that you've had the ChocZero versus...
This is very sweet. Very sweet. And as someone who really likes sugar and sweet, I'm fine with like this level of sweetness. This almost feels like a little bit too much after having that. But really, the flavor, I mean, they taste very, very similar to each other.
That's why I wanted you to have this first, is because I think that if by having this first, you're able to see just how much sugar is in regular Nutella.
Yeah.
So from someone who just tasted these two things like a mere minute apart,
yeah.
What's your verdict?
I mean, they taste so similar, but I guess I would go with this one. It's not as sweet, and they're both delicious.
So one of the things that I'm going to do then, are you going to keep eating that while I'm talking? You're so excited to have some Nutella, aren't you?
Oh, stop.
So something that I'm going to do, and I'm going to insert it into the video in just a minute here, is I'm going to do a blood glucose test on this. Whenever I get something that's got a new ingredient that I'm not familiar with, like fructo oligosaccharide, I just want to make sure. I will get that inserted before I post this video and then sort of render my final verdict whether or not I think this is a good keto-friendly item. I can tell you from a flavor standpoint, this stuff is great. So I have right here one serving of the ChocZero hazelnut spread. I'm in a fasted state and my blood glucose has been under 100 for over an hour. I'm going to mark this by taking a picture of it, my levels software, and now I'm going to eat the entire serving. I'm not sure that I would recommend eating an entire serving of this just on its own. I think on like a chaffle or a keto pancake, though, this would be pretty awesome. All right, done. We will be back in 2 hours to see how this impacted my blood glucose. It's been 2 hours, and as you can see right here from the levels report, essentially zero impact on my blood glucose. It moved only 2 points over the course of 2 hours, which is nothing. So I can comfortably say that this hazelnut spread from ChocZero, totally fine. Give it my big thumbs up. So if you want to order the chocolate hazelnut keto spread or any ChocZero product, including their syrups, chocolate chips, bark, all that stuff, I'll include a link down below in the description along with a coupon code for 10% off your entire order. Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts, I would be fine with switching, well, I don't really eat Nutella because it's so bad for you, but I would be fine with switching Nutella out for this.
Well, and
total swap.
And if it turns out that that chunk that I just inserted caused my blood sugar to spike, then I guess you'll get to have plenty of it. Otherwise, I'll get to have plenty of it. I'll share it with you.
Awesome.
So now you say?
See you next time.
Thanks for watching.